hello, hello, hello. It is Tuesday night, and it's Tuesday, and I'm here. And I don't know where you are. You might be there. You might not be there. You might be somewhere else. Who knows where you are? I don't blooming well know. Nobody knows. But here we are again. Hopefully everything works all right. I think I've got a bit of a problem with my USB hub because it keeps cutting out and my audio interface keeps getting booted off and restarting again. So if it all goes a bit wobbly, you know what the problem is. It's not my fault. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what anyone wants to talk about. Has anybody got any ideas? Anyone? Is there anybody there? I don't think there is. I think everybody's gone away. Rene's in. Hey, Rene's out the trap early. He's early tonight. I mean, I'm a little bit late, but then I'm never late and I'm never early. I arrive when I need to arrive. That tends to be the thing, but we have a couple of viewers watching. There's a couple of viewers, and Rene's one of them. How are you, Rene? Hopefully you're right. You may be able to hear the dog making a fuss because it's bedtime and I'm just going to bed. And yeah, that's what goes on, isn't it? So, what does everybody want to talk about? Maybe nobody wants to talk about anything. Maybe they just want to sit and stare at me. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. Anyone? Any ideas? Anyone got any ideas? No? Anyone at all? Anyone? No? Okay then. Do. Oh, Renier says he's fine. I mean, I'm just doing what I do, you know, just doing all the silly things I get on with. You know what I'm like. I'm up to all sorts of shenanigans. But here we are again. Boink. Just empty in my trash can. Very quiet tonight. Very quiet. Just me and you, Rene. Have you got the package yet? Do you know if that's arrived yet? Did you? Oh, Christopher's in. He's very humble. He's very heavy, very humble. He's Mr. Humble. Chris Humble to you. If you're being informal. If you're not, it's Christopher. Christopher Humble. Another Chris is in. There's two Chris's. We've got Christopher and a Chris. Two Chris's. And Rene says, got a message from the post. Tomorrow my package will arrive. That's good. I suppose that's not too bad, is it really? Considering is it international? I suppose you'd call it international post. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you'll have good fun. Just don't tell anyone else about it. All right, keep it quiet. It's just between you and me. All right. Just between you and me. Ooh, I feel a bit full up. Oh, I feel a bit full up. Chris wants to know what he's going to talk about. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I mean, you know, I can talk. I can talk and you can talk and we can talk and you can talk. And what do you want to talk about? Does anybody want to talk? What do you want to talk about? Anybody want to talk? Anybody want to talk? Happy talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. I've got to be careful. It could be, isn't that that could be a copyright match. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Boop, 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 boop. And he says, I'll keep it quiet. Don't worry. Good, good. Good, good. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just going to be silent, I think. I really haven't got a lot to talk about. So, well, I will do once I get warmed up. You know, it's just that initial period, isn't it, where we all spend time just staring at each other. But what can you do? What can you do? Do 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 do. Boop boop. Do 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 do. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Right, so no Andrew, no, takes a bit of time. He's probably having a nap. He's probably having a nap. Chris says, what do you, Christopher, sorry, not Chris, there's two Chris's, one's Christopher, one's Chris. What do I make of the Trump-Putin meeting? What's there to be, there's nothing to say about it, nothing happened. Like I said, Trump will do what Putin tells him to do. What is there? Was there a ceasefire? No. Is there any cessation to war? No. It's just Trump and Putin playing their games. Nothing to worry about. Chris says, I know Youre from here is a huge It's Bites fan. Calling all the heroes. Chris says, Trump's already forgotten about the meeting. Indeed. I mean, it's all a game, isn't it, really? That's the thing. All of it is a bit of a game. Excellent. That's good. Chris says, totally agree, very predictable outcome and a complete waste of time. Again, there's nothing. They're not going to do anything. They can't do anything because, again, it's all rather dull. It's all rather dull. Again, people need to actually. Well, we need to do the thing, don't we? We need to. No, I don't really care anymore. I'm past caring. You get the feeling everything is a game. You get the feeling that all these things happen because they just happen. There's no real meaning to any of this, you know? And that's it. You look at what goes on around you in the world, you just think, why is this happening? It just does. Because, you know, it's like, maybe I'll just stop thinking about it. I think that's for the best. Let's all stop thinking about it. So, yeah, Chris is an It's Bites fan. What's your favourite It Bites song? Leave the comments in the comment box below. Calling all the heroes. Wow, the camera's actually sharp tonight. Or maybe my eyes have improved. I'm in focus. It's amazing. Renee says, did you hear the conversation between Trump and Macron when the mics were on, when they shouldn't? No, I didn't. Like I said, I've really got no interest in any of it. No interest. No interest. I haven't. I just can't. I can't get enthused about it, especially the way they treated Zelensky the last time he went there. Just like, I thought it was all a bit of a circus. But it's good because in the UK, a pub refused JD Vance service, and I was thinking, if I was that publican, I would have actually invited him in, waited for him to get behind the bar, poured him a pint, and then I would have poured the pint either over him or in the sink and said, and that, my son, is what you get for treating Zelensky like shit. Now get out of my pub. That's what I would have done. Because that was disgraceful. But, you know, I don't know. It's just a crazy time, isn't it? All of it's crazy time. Oh, here we go. Look. Oh, yeah. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Not said anything.
No.
Oh.
Strange.
Oh.
Strange.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
Without actually doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to just leave it
No.
and see what happens, or to actually do something.
Oh, no.
What do you reckon?
No.
Yeah, it's curious, isn't it?
No.
Curious. Oh fuck. Oh dear. I've got something expensive under the desk. And I think I've just kicked it. Oh, I'll bugger it. Oh, no, I've got the tambourine going there. Oh, let's set the dog off. Oh, it's all happening. Mind you, we can do dog cam, can't we? Wait a minute. Bear with me. Hello everyone. How you doing? The dog cam's pointing this way for some reason, because I was doing a video with the guitar the other day and I forgot to move the camera, and it's there. Hello, but we won't do too much of that because that's not a very good angle, is it really? But yeah, I feel tired. I've not felt well today. I've not felt myself. You know, I've had a bit of just not feeling it. I think what it is it's been so warm and now it's cool again. I just feel a bit off, you know. Do you ever get that? Do you ever get that? Or is that just me? Just me then. So Rene, tell me about the conversation with Trump and Macron. Did Trump say, "Hey, your missus is a dude"? Did he say that? Was that the conversation? Of course, that's not true, you know. They've sued people over that. It's not a nice thing to say about Mrs. Macron, who he met when he was like a teenager and she was his teacher. That's the French for you, don't it? The French, they've always got that kind of teacher-student weird thing going on, you know. Yeah, it's bloody French, isn't it? Chris says, afraid of sunlight picture discs coming in September if you fancy it. No. Picture discs are only for looking at. Them's not for playing. There's only one picture disc that I play for sport, and that's the Tool Lateralis. I can never say it. Lateralis. Lateral. That one, you know, the one with that song on it, with it goes dum 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 dum. That one. That's the only one that I play because they didn't do a black vinyl repressing issue of it. So that's the thing, innit? That's the thing. But no, I will not be buying it because picture discs, isn't it? They're for looking at, not for playing. Picture discs. Chris says, I have one picture disc I play, and that's Hello John, got a new motor. Hello John, got a new motor. By Uncle Alexi Sal. Who's that fat bastard? Yeah, great song. And then he did the advert. Hello son, got a Toshiba. Who remembers that? I remember that. But yeah. Got nothing. I've got nothing. Got nothing to talk. I've got plenty to talk about. I don't know whether to talk about it or not. 16 people in. That's weird. Oh wait a minute. It's probably all soccer counts. Let me just check the thumbs downs, which is the highlight of my evening because it always makes me laugh. Because you know, weirdos. Weirdos are always good fun for sport. Let's have a look. It's exciting, isn't it? Oh, we're 2 thumbs down already. I mean, mind you, I must admit, I'd probably thumbs down this live stream tonight because it's not very good. It's a bit pony. It's a bit pony. Isn't it? Kieran says, I'm waiting for the Neil's Holding My Shoe pitch disc produced by Jacko Jack shit. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Don't give them the money. I think that's the only successful thing that Jack shit was involved with. Oh, that and was it Stutter Rap by Morris Minor and the Majors. Them's the hits. Rana says Trump was very full of himself. But he's Trump. What do you expect him to be full of? There's a joke in there somewhere. But I would never dare say it. I would never insult President Trump, who is an amazing leader. I'm saying that just in case I need to go to America. You know, he said he thinks there will be a deal between Zelensky and Putin. Yeah, but which Putin was it? Some say that it wasn't the real Putin, and it was a fake Putin. But then some say it was the real Putin, and he was wearing an exoskeleton to help him stand upright. And at one point, his exoskeleton malfunctions, causing his leg to twitch. I shit you not. I did read that. That was something I read. You just go, what? Exoskeleton? What, is he like the Terminator now? I was like, well, that could be a thing, couldn't it? It could be a thing. But, why does the plays on that keep changing? Nobody knows. Oh, I should try Spotify. Remember, folks, Spotify is cancer. If you have a Spotify account, cancel it. Because every time you listen to music on Spotify, a bedroom musician has to sell his gear and go and get a proper job. That's true, that is. That's true. That's evil. That's like cancer. That's like a cancer. Oh. That's like a cancer on creativity. Oh, I really don't feel right. Is it there? Not yet. No. Okay. 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 Boom, 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 boom. No. Okay. Owen says, have you got any CDs where the side is black? I have Black Sabbath Ultimate Collection. Yeah, my own CDs. Yeah, my own CDs. I had a few made like that. Now I'm going to have to reach on the shelf and find them. Why? Why did you have to ask that? Oh God, they're all down the bottom. Oh dear. You're just going to see the back of my head for a minute, if that's all right. Is that all right? Good, good. I can't remember which ones I did it with now. Oh God. Oh no, I'm going to drop them. No, I'm going to drop them all. Oh, no. Stay there, you son of a bitch. Which one was it? I know there was. I know. Was it that one? Was it that one? Was it you? I had a conversation with myself here. Oh God, this. Do you know what? There are so many. It was you. See that one? Very, very good. It's where it's all synthesizers. You get it? Oh, you can't. Let's see. Look, it's very good. Very good. And then when you get the little CD out, look. When you get CD out, it's like a little record. Look at that. And then look. It's no more black. Look at that. It's like death. So yes, the answer is yes. Oh my God, Mr. Remote's giving me $20. Woohoo! I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams. If I went to Luton, that $20 would buy me some time with the local crack whore. It's true. Very good, very cheap crack whores in Luton, I believe. Oh, I don't feel right. Oh, my tummy feels weird. Oh. I felt like this all day though, so I don't know. I don't know why I'm telling you guys. I don't know. See, if you bring it low, it's more sympathetic. I don't know why I'm telling you guys. I feel very bloated. I think it's the tablets. So yes, Rene says the real Putin is much smaller. It's about that big. See, now it's too low. Here we go. That's better. Chris says, have you heard the mathematicians... Let me take a run up at this. Have you heard... Because I know the album, because I've read it, what he's written. Have you heard Have you heard... The Mathematicians air display by Pagoda. I've forgotten it existed and remembered it after watching David Bedford video. Mike Oldfield produced it and played it. I am familiar with it. I don't have it at hand. I was toying with the idea of doing it. There was a reissue of it a few years back on the vinyl, but you can pick that one up for quite reasonably priced. Again, it's funny because these things used to be expensive, and then now they're not. Around the same time. I'm going to get it right in a minute. Missing Remote gave me money, and I like money more than life itself. It's the reason why we do this. No, it's not. I don't make any money out of this. Wow, look at that. The reflection of the light makes it look like that this is. Look at that. Oh, you can't. I'm pointing to the screen. I'm pointing. There's. You see there, the light is reflecting so that this light switch, which isn't a light switch, it's a blanking plate. I don't know what was behind there, but look, it looks like it's kind of phasing into the CD rack. Just distracted me. But you're Missing Remote, right? Missing Remote is my favourite person now. I love them, and because they gave me $20 fucking, 20 freedom bucks. I can't believe it. This is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm genuinely emotional over that. Thank you, Missing Remote. It's very kind. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have done it. I say that, but I really want you to do it. I mean, I want you to do it all the time, but you shouldn't. But it'd be nice if you did, but you shouldn't really. But we have to be polite about this and say, oh, you shouldn't have. But secretly, I'm going, God, it's $20. Fuck yeah, man. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, I've made it. But that's really kind of you. It's really nice. Owen says, I'm surprised the laser can read them. Well, lasers are amazing. Lasers can do everything. You know, laser is an acronym. Did you know that? Yeah. Like scuba. Laser is an acronym. Mr. Rich says, get well, so I'm fine. I just feel really I feel really bloated, like in the stomach area. And these tablets that do it to me sometimes, it kind of bungs me up. It bungs me up. Oh, you know. And I felt like it all day. I've been to the toilet, don't worry. I've been to the toilet a lot. But I still feel like I need to go to the toilet. And it's not feeling, I feel a bit discomfort. Renee adds, Net Echo and L are also black. I knew that. I just couldn't remember. I've got them all on the floor now. I've gone and put them on the floor. I wonder if that one's black. Did I do that one? It's black. Yeah, I did. I did my epic meltdown. Not meltdown, breakdown. I can't even remember the title of my own things. Breakdown, which is a 3 CD epic. Look, it's a 3 CD epic of all the shit I've done. And I've done some shit. Oh man, it's such a bad idea. And it's good because the dogs get on here. Look, there's Alex. And there's Hannah. And I think there's Speckle there. Speckle made it on there, see? So, but no, Layla didn't make this one because she didn't arrive. This was done just before Layla arrived, I believe. Yeah. So there we go. It's good because if you look at the graphics here, I age. Look, I age as you go across. There, that little picture there is me, and there it's just been born. So I like that. That's good. That's like a history of me in 3 CDs. But yeah, very kind. Very kind. Chris says you could use that $20 to buy the Mathematician's Air display. Oh, I could, but I probably ain't going to. I ain't gonna do that. Apparently, that's worth £14.80 in English King dollars. So that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad for like one live stream. This is probably the most I've ever earned from a live stream. It's just amazing. And then missing goes low, and I don't know what that is. Light amplification by simulated emission of radiation. See, that's what a laser is. It's an acronym. See, I'm smart. I am honest. I'm smart, me. I'm real clever. That self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, scuba. See, well, I can do that. I'm really smart. But I wasn't saying I got a bellyache for you to give me money. Seriously, I'd have come up. I'd have said it was something more serious. I'd have said it was something a bit more serious and really gone for the grift. I've just got a bellyache. That's all. Just got a bellyache. But I tell you, the heat really does play havoc with me diabetes. Because the other day I was feeling not very well. It was when it was really hot, and I took my blood sugars, and they were near 12, and I hadn't had anything. You know, it was like, how can my blood sugars be so high when, you know, I hadn't had anything to eat, and I was feeling very, very peculiar. So I'm kind of glad that the weather's a bit cooler. Mind you, it's still about 25 degrees in here, because it's like living in a kiln. Chris says, in US you can struggle to get a sandwich for $20. Blimey. Used to be cheap. Food used to be cheap in America. Chris said, although Sainsbury's meal deal will cost that one day. Well, it's been a long time since I bought a meal deal. Never a Sainsbury's one. It used to be a Boots one. Boots meal deal. God. I used to like their breakfast sandwiches. They used to have like a bacon, egg, tomato. I'm dribbling just thinking about it. And Boots. I used to get that when I have a hangover. That'd be my breakfast and my lunch. Those were the days. Not that I've ever. The other day, when the missus was away with the kids, I had a curry. Didn't enjoy it very much. But there was a bottle of Cobra beer in the fridge. And the missus, I have it. I said, I will. But I don't drink. Seriously, I don't drink. But because I don't have a curry, I thought, I have a Cobra beer. And I got a hangover whilst drinking it. Seriously. I was like, oh, this isn't fun. It made me feel right crook, it did. So don't drink. Be clean living like me. It's funny because when I have champagne at Christmas and New Year's and Easter, the 3 times a year I drink, and maybe the one time I might go to the pub and have a cider, I don't get a hangover. Not even a whiff of a hangover. But boy, I can actually feel it coming on me as I was drinking. I was like, oh God, that's a hangover. How can you have a hangover before you've even finished the fucking bottle? That's ridiculous. You can swear on YouTube now. It's great. I can swear as much. I can say fucking bugger as much as I want. It's beautiful. Missing remote says 2 hamburgers and chips for $20. That's reasonable, isn't it? I don't know. It's quite odd to hear Americans moaning about the price of food, because I mean, crikey, last time I was in America was about 20 years ago. Where did that 20 years go? And everything was really cheap, and there it ain't. And you can blame geopolitics for that. It's all Putin's fault. Honest. It's like, nice Mr. Putin, bastard. We need a good world war. We need a nuclear war. That's what we need. Do. Ray says, cider. How much alcohol is in it? Maybe I'll have a cider in the Irish pub. Well, it all depends on the cider. Now, the one that's round my local is a particular brand which I can't remember the name of, but it has the lowest sugar content. And so I'm like, I'm in. And I can't remember the bloody name of it. Wait a minute, let me just pull it up. And I don't know what the alcohol rating is, because, you know, let me see. I'm just getting it up for you. That classic pub. Book a table. I can actually order. I can order. If I was there, I could order a drink. Thatcher's. Is it Thatcher's? Is that what? No, it's not Thatcher's. Just seeing Thatcher's on its. It's not Thatcher's, is it? It might be Thatcher's. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Where's the drinks menu? Drinks offers. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, PDF. Red wine, rosé, rum. Nothing about cider. That's not good, is it? Let me just put up Thatcher's cider. Thatcher's cider alcohol percentage. Oh, the internet's a wonderful thing. Come on, internet, wake up. Nope. Okay. Oh, here we go. It is 4.8. Though some in the range do go up to 8.3 and 7.4 in the Thatcher's range. So yeah. And that's not regarded as that's a standard. It's standard. A strong cider would be heading towards the 7, 8 ABV rating. So that's the that's typical. That's a typical thing. Missy says, I prefer champagne. Me too. Why not? And John says, I remember a poke of chips were a tanner. I remember when me and my friends got upset with the chippy when the chips went up to 20p. And we said that this will not do. We actually had an argument. We said this will not do. How can you expect us to come here and pay 20p for a bag of chips and have 10p over, or would have been a couple of 10p's over for the arcade machine, for the Space Invaders machine? That was a conversation back in 1981, 82, I think it was. And we were absolutely aghast that he put the price of his chips up. I think it went up from like 15 to 20p. And we were like, how can this happen? It was the first time it really touched us as kids. We were only like 10 or 11. It was the first time that we'd seen inflation. It's like, what? How can this be a thing? But it was a thing. Renee says Strongbow. Yeah, your Strongbow's your kind of your average cider pint. John says a flagon of cider and and a tanner. Okay, 2 and a tanner. Blimey. There we go. John's very, very old though. He's pre-decimalisation. I am decimalisation because they actually changed. Decimalisation happened whilst I was being born. My mum went in and it was pre-decimalisation, and when she came out, everything was decimal, and she had no idea what was going on, apparently, because she was in hospital for a bit of a long time with me. You know. That's the story anyway. So it's not a very good story. Oh, just stretching. I'm just stretching now. That's what we got to the point. Even I'm just stretching my back. This is more dull than usual. It's because I got nothing to talk about. I wish there was something to talk about. But got any new music plans? What kind of music plans? What kind? Explain what? What kind of plans? Oh, 8 thumbs down now. 8 thumbs down, everyone. Because weirdo. Just think of all the soccer counts that takes, and all that effort to remember where you kept them. Just a thumbs down the video. For what? For nothing. What kind of music plans, Chris? What, making music, buying music, selling music? I don't know. I've got plans. I've got my own music thing. Yeah, I've got loads of stuff to talk about, but I don't know if you're interested. I don't know if you'd be interested in any of it. Though I'm going more into more of a production role. Chris says, like, are you composing anything? And I'm not doing that. Zeb says Beatles anthology has been teased. Yeah, they're reissuing it for the 30th anniversary because it's 30 years since the anthology thing. So they're probably going to bring them all out and a fourth, like you say, a fourth one. So could be fun. Could be fun. Tell us my plans. Well, because I've done a production thing. If anyone's interested, been working with people behind the scenes. It's out there now. But again, I wasn't really sure. We haven't really talked about it. You've just asked, and it's kind of coincided with this thing. It's like you're a plant, but there's some people I've been working with. It's a bit weird because they basically want to do my music, so I've let them go off and they've done some of my songs, and then I've sent me the stems and I've mixed them, and that's the story. But I don't know if anyone's interested in that, because it's out there, but I've not told anyone. Like I said, it's like you're a plant, because it's like it's happened. How do you know? You following me? Do you know? Do you know what this is? Because, it's out there. It's released, but I've not told anyone. But I don't know if you want to know about it. Are you interested in other people playing my music? I don't know. It's a bit of a departure. It's not what you expect. It's a bit on the nose. It's a bit rock and roll. It's not like anything you've heard. It might be a bit shocking, but it just goes to prove that other people do my songs better than I do them. So yeah, I might just step back and just do the production side of things. So yeah, so that's interesting. Chris says, you know what I always think when I listen to Scott? I say I wish this song was 27 minutes long. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the White Album. Zeb says, do you enjoy Steve Reich? Got any CDs, LPs by him? Yes, I have in the file. We've done this before, haven't we? I have Octet, Music for Large Ensemble, Tehillim, another look at the counterpoint, 4 organs, not 4 candles, 4 organs, music for 18 musicians. Yes, all the best ones, all the best ones. He said, all the best ones. So Yeah, that was. I think that was the old days of eMusic. That site, and yeah. Chris says, I like stories. I like stories too. I can post a link to it. It's on YouTube Music. But you probably ain't gonna like it. It's a bit rock and roll. It's a bit rock and roll. I don't know if you're gonna like it. Because it's a bit rock and roll. Renee says, our house is for sale. Oh, you're moving. Tomorrow there'll be 2 potential buyers. Exiting. It means exciting, I think. Unless he's exiting. Do you know where you're going? Have they moved you into the old folks' home already, Renee? Is that what's happened? I know. There's an old folks' home down the road. I keep saying to my lot, I can't wait for you to move me in there. They have bingo on a Sunday and everything. Looks great. I'm going to have great fun playing bingo. I'm going to see if I can get the cushy job and be a bingo caller. Yeah? 2 fat ladies, 88. Can't do that anymore. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Starmer's Den, number 10. I know all the patter. Legs 11. See? That's my vocation. Bingo caller. Come from a long line of bingo callers. Chris says, is it Americana, the death metal version? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a selection of songs that I gave them. I mean, I'm still mine. Still, hopefully, I get some money. No one's going to listen to them. It's the internet, and it's they've rocked them up a bit. And like I said, I've put them. I've got the writer and producer hat on. So it's been interesting. That's what I've been doing very quietly behind the scenes for the last few years. These guys. But yeah. And Missing says, excitable boy. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can mention it. It's not on Spotify yet, you know. Mind you, why am I saying Spotify? Spotify's evil. Spotify's bad. Where else can I send? I mean, it's on YouTube Music. Probably need a Bandcamp page. That's probably what they need. I'll have to ask them about it. Say windy pops, man. Windy pops. Excitable boy, indeed. He's a very excitable boy. Are you moving close to where you live, or are you moving somewhere else, Renee? Are you going far away? Are you moving to the country? Are you moving to the beach? I don't know where you're going. Maybe you. Where would Renee move to? That's the good question. Chris says, stop being a tease and give us the goods. Oh, I don't know. I don't think you're going to like it. And these guys, I haven't set anything up. I might have to set out for them. I might have to have a word. Because you can only hear it on YouTube Music at the moment. I thought they'd put it everywhere, but they haven't. Let me just check it. Bear with me a minute. Take amongst yourselves. Bear with me. The volume's not too loud. Missing says he might move to an English manor. Maybe. He's gone very quiet. He's gone very quiet over there. This is how our producer wears his headphones. Chris says, is it better than Karma Community by Culture Club? Because I enjoy that song. Because that song sold millions. No, it's not as good as that. And Chris says, and I have to leave the room when I hear it. You have to leave the room. Okay. That's the same for Mr. Blue Sky by ELO. Rene says, close to where I live. Very nice apartment. All room at the same floor. Oh, so it's like, so you're in an apartment. Okay. Are you in an apartment or in a house at the moment? You send like a house to move to an apartment. Is that an upgrade or a downgrade? You have to ask, don't you? Because culture's different all around the world. Because like in America and in Paris, apartments are a big thing, and they're quite big and roomy. Whereas here, apartment is like tiny. You move out of the apartment to the house, if you know what I mean. So that's why you ask. I'm playing hard to get with Chris. I'm playing hard to get because I know he's not going to like this. I don't think anyone's going to like it. Okay. Does that work? Let me just pull this thing up because it hasn't got a page. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Okay. Right. Pinks is in. So hope you're doing well. Yeah, doing alright. Are you doing alright? Long time no here. Long time no here. long time no here. How you been? You alright? How's your belly off of spots, as we used to say back in the old days? Renee says an apartment in the Netherlands is very big. That's what I was asking, you see. See, over here, if you move into that, you have like a room. You have like one room, and you have a kitchen in that room, but it's also your living room where you put your telly, and it's also your dining room. And then you'll have a room that goes off of that, like a corridor, and off of that room there'll be a bedroom, and then opposite that will be the bathroom, and that's an apartment, and it's as big as you can imagine. Not very big at all. Sometimes there might be an extra bedroom, it might be a 2-bedroom one, but I'm talking about the very smallest ones, and they charge a bleeding fortune for them. Whereas we live in a block. I mean, you'd probably call it more of a townhouse than anything else, because we enter at the bottom, there's a bit there where somebody else lives, and then we go up. So technically it's like a townhouse, but it's 3-bedroom, a lot of space. So. Pink says, I'm good, I just can't get to these live streams in time. I'm ever so sorry. I'm all over the place. So I think the plane just went over. Yeah, thing when a plane goes over. Mr. Room says the kitchen counts as a room. Yeah. So you've kitchen, dining room / thing, and they're tiny. We should go. Where I'll find one on Rightmove and show you one that's here in Loughton. Loughton for sale. What do I want? I want a flat, and I want a studio, or no minimum. Let's do no minimum, and then we'll go lowest price. That's not Loughton. That says London. Why did you do that, you stupid thing? So I'll get there in a minute. Next. Yeah, here we go. This is on. This is. Oh, here we go. Like this is. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? This is like an apartment in the UK. So it's like in a block like that. And then, see? And then your kitchen's there as well. And that's all the same room. And then off from that, I guess that's your toilet. And yeah, you see? And there's your bedroom. And there's your toilet. And there's the lift. And that little cubby hole there at the bottom is where they find your body after you've killed yourself because you spent all the money on a place to live like a rat in a cage. Oh, I mean, here's the floor plan. Here you go. This is better. This gives you an idea of the floor plan. So, living room and kitchen, bedroom, storage hole, and bathroom, and that's it. And that they want the same price for that as what you pay for this. You'd have to be mental. You'd have to be mental. You'd have to be insane. You'd have to be barking woof woof. I'm trying to find a really expensive one. Here you go. Now this one, they built this one on top of a pub. This one was built on top of the Winston Churchill pub. Look at it. They've replaced. There is a pub at the bottom. They call it the Hub. The Hub. I ain't going in there. There used to be a. I'm going to pull up what they did. Right. Okay. Images. That's what it used to be, right? That's what it used to be. I used to go there. I used to sit outside. See there? You see there? Me and the missus, we sit there, and we'd have maybe a burger and a pint. Look at that! Look at that! And they replaced it with that, and they call that progress. They call that progress. But for your money, for your £350,000, which is more than this place is worth, you can live like a rat in a cage. Look at it. Oh, fuck off. Look. You can watch the traffic going by. And you can go slowly mad. Slowly mad. And then you can watch the traffic going by. So yeah, look. Oh, it's got 2 bedrooms though. That's good. In case you're having friends over, I suppose. Look, kitchen lounge, hallway, bathroom, ensuite bathroom. They've got 2 toilets. Why the fuck would you need 2 toilets in a place that small? Why would you need an ensuite when you can just go in there? That's insane. You could get rid of that and have a bigger bedroom. That's just bonkers. But anyway, that's what an apartment is like in the UK. Thanks for asking. You didn't ask. I know. I'm sorry. But you found out. You found out. You F-O-F-A. Missing says open dining room, fan room. Pink says nice apartment. No, it's not. It's horrible. Chris says, do you pay a service charge in your place? Yes. Yes, I do. And that's gone up. We pay every month, and it's gone up to a stupid amount of money. It's gone up to nearly 60 quid a month. When we came here, it was 20, 22. But thanks to geopolitics, and insurance going up, seriously, that's what they said. Geopolitics, the geopolitical situation. Our monthly service charge is over 60 quid now. And then next month in September, sometimes if we're really lucky, they'll send us another bill saying, "Oh, we undercharged you. You need to pay us. You need to pay us a couple of £100. Otherwise, after 7 days, we'll send the bailiffs round." And you go, "What? Excuse me? remember once it was like over, I think it's nearly 300 odd quid, about 350. It's when we first came here. We didn't have a lot of money because we just moved here, and it was like I scrabbled together what loose change I had and I sent it to them, and we were still short. And I said, look, I need a bit more time than 7 days to raise this kind of money. We're not rich, but it's, well, if you don't pay, Mr. Locke, action will be taken. And it's like, yeah, so it's a bit of a problem. I don't like it. That's what I don't like about being here, because it's ex-council and it's leasehold, and we're kind of, they've got me. This is the council. They're going, turn your head to the left and cough. Now to the right. That's what it's like. Not a big fan. But for the family, it's big, it's spacious. Now, we had a house over there. God, look at the state of that. Oh my God. Look at the state of my armpit. Look at that. Look at that. That's the deodorant that's done that. That's terrible, isn't it? It's dry, don't worry, it's dry. It's just the deodorant that's made. Look, there's my armpit there, look. But look, that's the deodorant. I've got another one as well. Yeah, look, see. Bloody deodorant. It's ruined my t-shirts. Shouldn't use it. But that place was smaller than this place, even though it was 2-bedroom. Like, this is 3-bedroom. Yeah. But if we'd have stayed there, last December, we'd have paid off the mortgage. Yeah. And this November coming, if we'd have stayed there, not moved, if we'd not got the shop or anything, not done any of that, if we'd have stood still, we would be the owner of 2 properties outright and have a property portfolio of nearly £1 million. But we didn't. We didn't do that. No. We had a stupid idea. And we lost our shirt. This is wonderful. Oh, it was a great time. It was such a... yeah. It was a great time, nearly losing everything. I get a little bit emotional thinking back to how one man's stupidity and idiocy nearly killed us for a start, and and then it was nearly a year of fighting the insurance people. And then the tax man. I'm getting nostalgic. I'm getting nostalgic for dealing with all that kind of stupid I had to deal with. And then the environmental health people. I loved those guys when they came over. Dear. Just get a little bit nostalgic. Just think, if I hadn't have done that, I'd be sitting on £1 million. We could have sold it, and I could have bought a castle. Just imagine, but I didn't. John says, my first flat cost £7,000. Yeah, I know. Mind you, you're in Scotland, aren't you? That was last week, wasn't it? That's last week. Chris says, I bet those flats are described as luxury flats indeed, and they were built in the last 10 years, so even more luxury. Though I think the price of them have gone down, because that one with the hub, they were up for like 400, 450 new. They've dropped in price, I'm sure of it. It's a crazy amount of money. Pinks goes, Kinnell, nostalgia kicking in, indeed. You do get nostalgic, don't you? I get nostalgic. Very nostalgic. For the good old days. The good old days. Do-be-do-be-do-do-do-do. Any more for any more? Get a bit dry again. We all get nostalgic. I was being facetious. I wasn't nostalgic at all. I was just saying how if I hadn't been an arsehole, my life would be much better than it is. And now I'm 54 with no prospects. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be 54 with no prospects. And your health in slow decline. At least I don't have to have any more teeth out. I had them beautifully cleaned, look. Beautifully cleaned the other day. That was 65 quid. Oh, she went at them, she did. She went at them. Beautiful, beautiful thing. We did that last week though. Repeating yourself. Repeating yourself, Mr. Locke. Stop repeating yourself. Renee's off. He says, I'm off. Thanks for the chat. Enjoy your package. You will, Renee. You will enjoy it. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. You will, right? When you pick up your package, you will return to your home with girlish glee and your heart aflutter. Your hands will tremble as you open it. I guarantee, because I've packed it full of drugs. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Because I know how you Dutch, you love all that stuff. So I'm hoping it's got through customs. I'm hoping it's got through to customs all right. So there you go. Should help you with listening to the record. That's a lie. I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that at all. Chris says, not everything was better in the past. Remember when you were really into that band? No, it was better. No, it was better than even when I was into that band, because they didn't know me. I didn't know them. Everything was tickety-boo. But then they knew me and they didn't like me, and then they punished me. But Declan Colgan is bankrupt and I'm not. And I don't mean morally bankrupt. We know he is morally bankrupt because he allowed his son to throw himself on a train line and then try to sue the NHS for it. Don't know how that works. But he went up against Kanye and the might of the music biz, and now he's bankrupt. So, you know, I think that's a result. So, you know, not that I'm laughing. I'm just saying it's a good result for Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily a good result for Declan Colgan music. Look it up. It's all a public record. I'm not lying. It's all there. It's all there. It's all dissolved. It's all bankruptcy. It's all hands to the administrators. You know, it's all there. It's all there. I wouldn't lie about these things. So, God pays debts without money. Chris says, don't look a day over 52. Thanks. I'm 54. 50. Look, the thing is, right, when this comes off, if I shave this beard off, I look really young. I look like a thumb, you know, and everyone goes, God, are you 21 and suffering with leukemia? It's true that. I go, no, not leukemia. I go, AIDS. What's wrong? What? You saying you can't do a good age joke now? Why not? Renee is smiling and he's off. We'll have a good time. Hopefully you'll enjoy what I've sent you. But don't tell anyone. Shh. It's our secret. Shh. Got to have secrets. John says, Darren, respectfully, you have a rich life. You have a beautiful family. Those fucking parasites. All they do, Dad. It's like, geez, bloody hell. Holding me back now. Holding me back. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, they're wonderful. Brilliant. Great. Oh yeah. No, they're all right, I suppose. They're all right. They'll do. Better than I can't say that. Better than over there. They're not doing very good. Whereas my kids, they're all right. But those ones, not all right. I got the best ones. I won the kids. I won the nans and I won the kids. I know Mrs. would get that joke. But thank you, John. Thank you for saying so. Chris says, the best thing about being 54 is you've lived before the internet wrecked everything. That's the worst thing. That means I say to the kids, you know your life's shit and it's going to get worse. You know, life was so much fun. I was explaining to them about like the early days of computer games with the ZX Spectrum and stuff like that, and how exciting everything was. And you know, you could go into WH Smith's and see all the computers lined up on display with the monitors, and well, there'd have been TVs back then, you know, and you could try them. You know, the Spectrum and the Commodore VIC-20, or latterly the 64, the Auric 1. You know, you can do basic and get it to do bum, right bum on an infinite loop. Oh, the fun we had. And I said, and now everything's boring. You know, everything's boring. Everything's dull. You know, there are no computer shops, no video game shops, there are no music shops. There's, you know, and what music is out there is very expensive and stupid. Apart from sorry, I'm trying to do this deftly. Apart from, he says, apart from this, apart from that, thoroughly recommended, he said. Apart from that. But yeah, the internet wrecked everything. Chris says, you were young before social media. Yeah, I mean, I resist. I mean, there is no social media. I only use it to take the piss out of people, unfortunately. Mainly on Facebook, because, you know, just it's not much fun on Twitter anymore. But I don't even do that. My heart's not really in it, because people are so dumb. You have to explain the joke to them, and that's boring. When you have to explain the joke, then it's not a joke anymore. So, you know. But, yeah. But, yeah. And now everything is rubbish. Chris says, give me Chucky to go with Grand Theft Auto. No, Grand Theft Auto every time. Sorry, Grand Theft Auto. But Arcade Phoenix over Grand Theft Auto. So it's just the way it goes, I'm afraid. I was never a fan of Chucky, I'm afraid. So there you go. Do 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 do. Tom Pink says, dinner's up, see ya. Well, take care of her. We will. Have fun. Enjoy your dinner. And maybe we'll see you soon. Again, soon. Yeah. Maybe. Did anyone watch Alien Earth last week? I forgot. I was going to do a video about it, but then, you know, it's like, no, you don't know what it's like. You just don't. Nobody knows what it's like. If you knew what it was like, then you'd understand. But you know. But yeah, Alien Earth. It's on Disney Plus. But yeah, if you're a big fan of the Alien franchise, and I am, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But then Noah Hawley is behind it, and he was the guy that did the Fargo expanded universe. So I knew it was in safe hands. So yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed it. So go and check it out. If you can. But you might not. Because you've not got Disney Plus. Missing said, Alien Earth? No, I didn't. Oh, you should do. If you've got Disney Plus, that is. But if you haven't, then you're not going to be able to see it. It's good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was better than Alien Romulus, which was not good. Not good at all. So anyway, this is a thing I've been working on with some people. It's a weird project. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's out there now. You can only hear it on YouTube at the moment for some reason. I might have to see if I can get a Bandcamp thing done. I'll ask him. I suppose they won't mind. I'm good at that kind of thing. But I'll give you the link now so you can go and listen and be thoroughly disgusted by what this is. It's not very good. It's called None of This Is Real. It's which is taken from a line from a song I wrote, and there you go. Check it out. And the band is called EchoNet. Not my idea. They said it'd be good, wouldn't it? I said, really? Do you think it's a good idea? And they said, we're going to call it that. Okay, that's what you want. And that's what we did. Like I said, the songs are mine. I mixed it and produced it, gave some the tips, a few tips I give, but they're very good. They're very good. These guys are very good. Very professional. Proper people. Chris says, I keep meaning to get some of your Elastic Stage vinyl, but money is a bit short. It's fine. Don't mind. Music is free. Enjoy it. You know, it's expensive. Well, is it? When you're getting like one-off pressings, I don't think it's that. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good actually, because they are kind of limited edition. But look, don't worry about it if you ain't got any money. That's why I just gave you the link so you can listen at your own behest for free. Remember, there is no money in music, and now with the advent of AI, especially with what's happening with Spotify and AI, there's like, thanks Spotify. I really should get my music removed. A couple of bands, Godspeed You Black Emperor, I've removed all theirs from streaming bar Bandcamp, I think it is, and I should do the same, especially for Spotify, because the way they treat the little people, the tiny little people, is appalling. Whatever listens I get on Spotify, and I get some listens, but I don't get any money because I'm not important. I give it to Taylor Swift instead. They give my money, my pennies, to Taylor Swift because she needs it more than I do. And you know, that's the way it is. But now with AI, it's going to dilute it even more because people are flooding Spotify with AI music. You know, and that's it. But the sleeve for this one is AI, and that's done on purpose because it's called None of This Is Real. The sleeve has got two thumbs. Keep your eye out for that. The image has got two thumbs, and that's the indicator about, you know, because again there's some songs on there commenting about like AI and stuff, because that's where we're at, you know. So there it is. It's got two thumbs. But yeah, check it out. You're probably not going to like it. It's a bit American. But these young fellas, they like their rock and roll. And I thought, why not? It's always good to do something different. You know, people reach out and they say, we want to do this. Like, yeah, fine. And it's been a few years. In production. And yeah. I saw someone who joked that Jeff Daniels and Steve Howe will be typing a song in the style of Classic Yes into the AI music generators as we speak. Says Chris. You can't do that. That's the thing. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Because it won't allow you to do that. Don't you think that all these people will be doing Beatles albums and, you know, you can only give it prompts that are kind of around about in the right way. So you'd have to say, I want it to be a like progressive rock song, and I want it to be such and such. And also, I think there are limits as to the size, like the length of them. I guess because it takes a lot of AI power to generate the songs. I think there's a limit. So you couldn't do a 20-minute epic. Everything would have to be like 4 minutes long or 3 minutes long or whatever it is. So yeah, I think it will happen though in the future, especially with with all these bands selling their likenesses, like the Pink Floyd, right? Don't buy any Pink Floyd product now because it's all Sony. It belongs to Sony, their image. You buy a t-shirt, Pink Floyd. Sony's got the money, whatever. And if you buy a Blu-ray or a vinyl, Sony's got the money. It's not the band anymore. And again, a lot of bands have done that. Phil Collins, I think he's done it with his catalogue, and Genesis for the later part of their catalogue, and But to get back to my point, it won't be long before those companies start looking at AI and go, well, we can license the sounds and the image, the machine learning part of it, to whoever is doing this. They might even bring it in-house. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these, like UMG or Sony, buys one of these companies up. One of these AI music companies, there's quite a few of them now, buys them up so that they can. And I've talked about this before. I said this thing, and then Stephen Bloody Wilson said the same thing. It's like, you watching my bloody videos? But I said that in the future, people pay a subscription, and you will be able to say to your phone, generate a song in the style of Stephen Wilson about taking your shoes off and eating a banana, and I want so and so on drums and so playing the guitar, and generate that. And that's what's going to happen. And you'll be able to generate music in the style of whatever band you want, about whatever topic you want, and then you'll pay a subscription to keep it, or it will self-delete or whatever. And that's what will be the future. And once the record companies realise that AI is incredibly powerful, it is. I mean, you probably listening, if you go on Spotify and you throw a stick, but like a metaphorical stick, not an actual stick, because that'd be ridiculous, because that wouldn't serve any purpose. If you threw a metaphorical virtual stick, I'm sure on Spotify you're going to hit something that's AI generated, and you probably won't even notice it, because it has become so sophisticated. And Beto, I caught a Beto thing. Well, it wasn't Beto himself, it was CBS. It was in my recommended on the YouTube. They was talking about all this AI stuff, because again, the news people are interested in this stuff, and Beto was a guest. He was talking about it and showing them just how easy it is to generate all this AI stuff. So I'm just taking my boots off because my feet feel really hot. You know what it's like. Oh, and this stuff, the boot footage, that's for me OnlyFans, right? That's for me OnlyFans. Only feet. So yeah, it's becoming increasingly sophisticated. We saw it with that band. I did a video about it on the other channel, talking about that band, that virtual band that was out. And you don't need any musical training or anything, or any skills. You don't even have to know how to write lyrics. You can just churn it out, feed it in, and it will spurt out stuff, So Chris says, nah, Udio lets you do tracks up to 15 minutes. Oh, is that so? I did not know that. I thought that there was like a time limit. I guess maybe you have to pay for that. I don't know where I got the idea of a time limit from. Chris says, Jeff Downes will generate something, put in his musical tape box, and suddenly you've got a new Yes album. Well, that's the thing. You can do that. You can load in. What they'll probably do, right, is I don't think you can like load in. No, what was it? No, I don't think you can ask it to do something in a certain band. You can't say, I want a song by Queen. I don't think you can do that yet, because there's rights issues there. But one day that will be a thing. But I think what you can do is you could probably like put stuff in. If you feed it stuff, because I think you can actually feed music into it. If you fed it stuff, but that's the problem. I think if it's copyright stuff, I don't think it's going to let you do it. I'd have to have a go. I'll have to try it. That could be I don't know. I know there's going to be copyright issues with this. If you fed it copyright material, I'm sure you'd get into trouble, wouldn't you? Because there'd be loads of this stuff already out there, wouldn't there? There'd be people saying, "Oh, have you heard this new Yes album?" It won't be them necessarily doing it. It'll be fans that are doing it. But what was I talking? I've lost my thread. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, what if you are a musician? If they are Jeff Downes and Steve Howe, I'm surprised they're not using it. I'm surprised they're not using it to kind of fill in for Chris Squire and Alan White. You know, I know they've got the guys that do the sounding likey stuff, but you know, if they could, feed like the stems or the master tracks in or stuff that hasn't been finished, maybe it could, kind of make some suggestions that they could use. I think it could be used like a tool like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how sophisticated it's got, because there's a lot going on, and it's just changing. Everything's changing at a frightening rate, But it's all moving along, and it's gonna get even more sophisticated. That's the issue. And I think with music, because music is very modular, it can be very modular. It's all based on maths. Music can be very mathematical in its layout and thinking. But that's not what makes music interesting. What makes music interesting is the human element. But I think the reason that music is more successfully produced by AI is because of the mathematical component to it. Every note has a mathematical value, and so it can, and that's why it's more easy for it to fool. Whereas some of the art stuff, like the sleeve that I did with the extra thumb, can't do fingers, can't do hands. That's the joy of it. I think that's some of the video stuff that you see. I still think it's finding its way. It's it needs that kind of leap. It needs more almost like a processor leap. It needs more power. Whereas with music, I think it's a lot easier for it to emulate that stuff because of the nature of music. And there's a lot of stuff out there. There's an awful lot of stuff for it to scrape and absorb and and throw at the wall. So yeah, maybe one day they'll do that. They'll come out. They'll use one of. Oh, you're welcome, Missing Remote. You're welcome. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome. One day they'll throw something in there and it'll come out. I was thinking about this. I've been thinking about this a lot. I think because I use AI, I kind of use AI already with the drum track in Logic Pro, because I've got this really cool drum thing that I've been using for a couple of years now. But I kind of, I don't use their sounds. I kind of use Superior Drummer. I turn it into MIDI data and tweak it and whatever. So I think AI can be used as a tool. It can be used as a compositional tool. I think maybe it can also suggest arrangements. You feed your stems in, and it goes, have you considered this? Have you considered that? And I think it could be useful for that. But again, the thing about AI, and the AI music I've heard, again because of Beato's examples, is it's very friendly on the ear. It's very like FM radio friendly. If you heard it on the radio, if you heard it in a shopping mall, as you say in America, if you heard it in the car going by, you go and you wouldn't necessarily notice it, because it's that kind of, very ear friendly stuff. It hasn't quite mastered the quirky, Yeah, it can do I know, country rock, but could it do Laurie Anderson's "Oh Superman"? You see, that's the thing. Those quirky. Could it do Joe Dolce's "Shut Up in Your Face"? No. Could it do the Birdie song by the Tweets? No. The weird stuff, the weird, eccentric, oddball stuff, can AI ever do that? It can do rock, it can do, especially country music. It seems to be very good at doing country music, which is curious. From what this is using Beato's stuff when he's been pointing at it. Very friendly, very FM radio friendly. Mind you, don't have FM radio now, really, do you? It's all streaming. But when AI can create the quirky hits, that's when we're in trouble. That's when we're really, when it develops a bit of a personality, or it scrapes personality. When it can do that, I think that's when we're all going to be going. But until then, I think we're all right. I think we're okay. I think we're going to be just fine. What do you reckon? Oh fuck, I've gone over time. Here I am waxing lyrical about AI in the future. Oh, we're all doomed, by the way. The problem is it's what people like, right? And if you see the way that social media and YouTube and whatever, people like the same stuff. The algorithm gives you the same stuff over and over again. Right, this is why I'm not successful, because I'm too fringe, just too fringe, and everybody hates me. Thanks for the $20. Not everyone hates me. What's his name likes me. Missing remote. He's gone now. Oh, that's what he was saying. Thanks. He's leaving. Oh. And that's the problem, because the algorithm likes to feed you the same thing. Once the AI stuff starts to circulate in the algorithm, it's going to be hard to break free of that. It's going to be really hard to break free of that. Chris says, if you sit in front of the computer and brute force it over a few hours, you can make something quirky and original. But that depends on the person using it to know how that sounds. Well, that's the problem. It's like, again, what's it, GIGO? The old computer programming saying GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. It's all about who's feeding it and who's directing it. You can make quirky, but it's that human spark, you know what I mean? It's that human spark. I think it might take a bit of, like you say, it might take a bit of manipulation, a lot of manipulation for it to come up with something unique, like truly unique. But that's where you still need the human. You couldn't sit there and type, I'll generate a quirky 80s electro pop classic about, I don't know, walking the dog, Well, maybe you could. Maybe I should try it. I don't know. I don't know. But wait and see. Wait and see. That's all we can do. But once the processing power gets better, and once the people figure out how to use it a bit better, we might get some interesting results. But until then, you're going to get a lot of bland material designed to clog up the Spotify algorithm, because that's what they're doing. They're just ruining it for everyone. For everyone. And I did a video on the other channel where I said about doing like what we need is like a verified human badge. This was created verified human. You can hear the mistakes. That's what we're going to need in the future, rather than all this algorithmic driven AI schlop. But there you go. John says, quirky you are, Tar, can love it. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I've got better over the years. I've improved. Keep taking the tablets, but I don't know. I mean, I don't hold up much hope because culture has become so dilute and has lost so much of its importance, and that's why it's been replaced by ideological groups and ideological thinking. And now everyone's an activist because that makes them feel like they have some sort of importance in the world. They don't. They will change nothing. But hey, it gets them out of the house on a Saturday, I suppose. And that's where we're at. Nilo says verified human defo. I did a video on the music channel that I have, and you might want to check that out. Chris says the Tears for Fears album cover was just shameless. I showed it to my daughter when it came out. We laughed, and then we looked at each other and goes, "How did they let this happen?" You're talking about the one with the spaceman in a sunflower field. Now you're gonna. I was gonna leave, but you got me going. You got me on a roll now. Tears for Fears, spaceman cover. Images. Here we go. It is absolutely diabolical, right? This is the worst thing ever. Look at this, folks. Look, this is terrible. Look at that. And I showed it to Verity, because she does art, doing it for A-level, and she did my little characters for that. Look, see, she did that for me. Very good at what she does. And we looked at it. And I said, right, okay, they did it in, I don't know, Chat GPT or whatnot. But are you telling me, right, that they couldn't have gone to a fancy costume, or a special effects place, hired a spacesuit, stood in a field with actual real sunflowers on a cloudy day, and taken the same photo, right? It would have cost... What are you saying, that Tears for Fears have got no budget for an album cover, right? Like, look. See this is me, right? And the eyeball, those eyeballs there, that cost me a fiver. Right? No AI there, governor. That's all real photography, right? Because look, that looks real, because it is real, right? A fiver. They could have got someone, even one of themselves. One of them could have taken the photo whilst the other one wore the spacesuit, and they could have done it. Even if it wasn't sunflowers, they could have done a cornfield. They could have done it. They could have done it on a motorway. They could have just done the same idea, for real. And then, gone into Photoshop or whatever, digitally manipulated it to make it look album cover ready, and published it. And everyone would have gone, hey, that's all right. But they did that, and we're a laughing stock over it. They did that. It's a laughing stock. Again, the only other one I've done, that one I did was, that one's done deliberately. I did this one deliberately, right? In an app, because look, it's got two thumbs. Look, two thumbs there. Look, do you see? That hand's fine, but two thumbs. And that's why it's called None of This Is Real. All right, it's a comment on AI art. All right, it's a comment on AI art. Again, we use the concept to break the concepts. But other than that, I used on fragments. I used a bit of AI, but then I manipulated it. I put it into Photoshop and I tweaked it and I made it the image I want. But it's because I wanted to break a mirror. But I didn't want to break a mirror, because I thought it was incredibly wasteful. And so he says, go into it. Music. Darren Rock, that's me. So I think I legitimately used AI to create this infinite pattern, you see. But I didn't want to smash a mirror, because I thought it was wasteful. So I went into one of the things and got it to smash a mirror for me, and I thought that was perfect, And that's the only time I've ever used AI for an album cover. but I think I was justified. Because I thought, you know, smashing a mirror just seems so like wasteful. I was toying with it. I was toying with actually doing it, but I thought, no, it's wasteful to do that. They just typed into AI astronaut in sunflower field and look at the first image it spat out. Yeah. Chris says, put that next to the Caesar Love album cover. Well, exactly. And we laughed at that. And I think you can use AI. Again, AI imagery. I think it has a place. I mean, I actually used it to come up with this, because I was looking at eyeballs and I was saying, oh, generate some album sleeves with eyeballs. You know, I was using it as like a springboard, you know, what do I call it? Like a whiteboard thing, you know, for ideas, an idea map. And it was just spurting out loads of ideas. And I was like, yeah, no, I kind of like the look of that. And one of them was like a needle going into an eye. I thought, well, I'll just do that, and it gave me the idea. But I did it for real, you know. I did it for real. So I think it's good to use it as an inspiration point, because it can throw out some really weird shit. But don't use it unless you really have to. You know, try and recreate it. You know, be clever with it. You know. Nilo says safety first. Indeed, it's always safety first here. What? It's good, isn't it? Don't worry, the knife was nowhere near my eye. That is Photoshop to reveal. I took a picture of my eye and then a picture of the knife. But the thing is, if you go close up, it looks like that is my hand with the iPhone, but it looks like the hand with the knife. A great little bit of circumstance or happenstance, you know. But I took a picture of the knife separately and I composited them. And that's how you do it. That's the secret. And again, the rest were just eyeballs. These were toy eyeballs I got off Amazon for $5. You know, gave them to Verity. She's used them in her art. See, it was like a two for one deal. You know, that's how you do it. Anyway, I think I've witted on enough. It took me a bit of time to warm up tonight. I'm ever so sorry. But we'll do this all again soon. I'll try and do the Nick Drake box set review for you. There's not a lot to say, really. It's really good. It's not a lot to say. It's good. It's really good. If you like Nick Drake, it's really good. So that's the problem with reviews. That's the problem when you have only good things to say. I find it very hard to talk if there's an album I love. It's like the David Bedford album. I really enjoy that one. It's like, yeah, it's great. Check it out. See ya. It's like, oh, you've got another 9 minutes to do. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can stretch it out. It's a lot easier to bitch and moan about something you don't like, you know, than it is to actually talk about something you really enjoy. So that's what I find anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off now. I've gone on to far too long, and we'll do this all again soon. I've got to think of a time. The one where we gave in to our AI overlords. That sounds like something I've done before. I don't know. I'll need to think of something. The one where I got paid beyond my wildest dreams. I think that's the one. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for all of you who've stayed on this late. All 12 of you. Same to you, John. Have a good one too. And we'll do this all again soon. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Remember, folks, if you can't be good, be safe. But more importantly, don't tell your mother. Night night.